a little bit of a little bit of a hiatus, but we're straight. We're straight. A lot happened since I've been gone. I don't even know who I'm talking to, but I'm just treated like my diary, my journal, whatever. Yeah. So I joined a Discord. I joined a mentorship. Yeah, a lot. So yeah. So this is Wednesday. I'm gonna talk about Tuesday and Monday. We still have no profits on the week. Not, which is not terrible. I don't really care. I'm getting better with like just being chill and shit. But all right. So the model like this is for sure certain the model I'm trading, which is AMD. Okay, we're reading the charts on a AMD basis, and yeah, so that's what we're gonna use to align our bias, and then obviously use our confluences or smart money concepts to execute. Okay, yeah. So what you want to see is it's a oh this was kind of it was like a falling accumulation. So we stayed in this little range, kind of accumulated, just downwards accumulation. And then you see with this big candle right here, we wicked out that accumulation zone. So then oh, that's ugly. I was bearish because I took this leg right here as manipulation. Even though we wicked up here, and then some people called this manipulation. No. I took this as manipulation, and I wanted a retrace back into OTE or a fair value gap resting within OTE, because that's like just a perfect spot. And I didn't take this trade. I didn't take this trade because I got, well, yeah, it was just tough. It's tough, bro. It's tough. I should have took this trade. That's why today I took a trade off of my confluences, and then yeah. So obviously you can see an OTE between 0.6, 0.7 level, which is OTE. We see a rejection. Okay. Well, that's a 2 minute. Wow, nice. Not just 1 minute. Honestly, you could even say, bam. Oh wait, no. Okay. No. Yo, we just use that 2 minute fair value gap. Oh. Yeah, so that's just that 2 minutes. So that's why we rejected off the 2 minute fair value gap. And obviously it's like, dang, 2 minute fair value gap rejection. You're taking trades off of that, not necessarily, but off of backtest. I just have to backtest a lot, download it into like my brain, and then going forward when I see it on charts, I see a rejection. I'm like, what do you reject off of? Boom, I see a 1 minute gap. Cool, I like that. And as you can see, like this is a fucking big ass rejection. You see that shit? How much points is that candle alone? Like 20, 50 points, bro. Come on. That is a strong rejection. Out of what level? Not liquidity, not yeah, you could say 15-minute liquidity for sure. 30-minute liquidity. 30-minute liquidity with that little baby gap resting below. Yeah, you could say that. Dang, this is supposed to be a quick video. I'm not good at making quick videos. Okay, so then what I like to do is a tap in on OTE if I'm super confident, and then I'm gonna be realistic. Oh, here. This TP would have been at this 15-minute level. Where am I? All right, here. TP would have been at this level. It would have been at this high. If not, this is honestly high confluence, because watch this. 5-minute high. Is it 5-minute high? So you would not be wrong to extend TPs there. Because a big level for me to take TPs is a level of liquidity 15 minute, mostly 5 or 15 minute. This is like sniping TP, right? 15 minute you're like, okay, solid. On the 15 minute you're like, okay, solid TP right here. Now let me go on a 5 minute. I probably price wants to fill in this gap as well as take liquidity, so why wouldn't I target the 5 minute liquidity at the rim of this gap? And what it do? Hit and reject. All right, so okay. And if that's too aggressive, boom, we get 5-minute IVG here. Close above this gap. Boom. Bam. And then see, oh man, I'm not fast forward it. Okay, so yeah, then this would have been the second entry, stops on a close below this gap right here. And then yeah, so then this would have been a second entry. If you didn't get that entry, then this ifvg. And why it's such a better confluence is because look how much times we tested it. Look how much times we wicked it, right? This is like loading up liquidity within the gap, power through. And once it powers through, look at it. If you were to enter off of this inverse, whatever, you could say there's inverse, and then stops below same spot. It's a 1-on-1-2, but you wouldn't have hit the drawdown. I would have been going below these lows. Oh no, below this gap, yeah. On the candle bar. No. A close below that gap. And as you can see, you never went into drawdown, not a single time. Okay, so then that was my confluence. And oh, by the way, we're talking SMG. 550. Yeah. Fat SMT. Okay, and obviously this is the leading index, but I just like NQ better. You could have took it on here. Let's see. Wick, boom. Closure above right here, bang. So that would have been the second entry. Boom, third entry. Third entry would have, it would have been off of this inverse. Yeah, off of this inverse. Bam. Bam, stops below these lows. Closure below those lows, and then what are we targeting? These 5-minute draws on liquidity. Bam. Let me see. Oh yeah. See, NQ just looks so much cleaner. I'd rather just target this draw. Yeah, this would be my take profit. I wouldn't get as close to the top tick as I was on NQ, but yeah. So I thought that was great confluence. I didn't enter it though. Womp. Because it's just tough. Because talking to my mentors, he was like, not for now, just like trade my model, take my trades, and then you see how it works, and then eventually, build up your knowledge, and then you can start. So I've just been taking his trades, but then I saw this trade, I was like, ooh, I liked it, bro. I promise you, bro. Pre-market, I looked at Asia, and it was like this, okay. And I was reading liquidity. I was like, okay, if we're gonna manipulate, where are we gonna manipulate? Are we gonna manipulate up, or are we gonna manipulate down? I thought we manipulate down. We had these nice fair value gaps here that we could manipulate off of and go up. So this is Asia, boom. I literally did this. That was my prediction. I ain't gonna capitalize on it. Okay, so then those are three solid entries from that. Okay. Now, next session, pretty much seeing the same thing. Okay. Well, it's only from like a couple weeks of back testing. Not multiple weeks, but multiple weeks back tested on the replay trading platform. So what helps me read manipulation is a candle closure below this accumulation zone, right? That's how I was reading manipulation. That's what has been helping me read manipulation. Okay, so then when we go here, boom, I was still very bullish because what we manipulated down, we got candle closure below. Oh, we got a candle closure up here. I mean, that's a valid point, but we're this close with these draws on liquidity. Why wouldn't we just push up? Okay, so that was my bias. My bias was bullish. Nah, this trade was not as clean because we didn't get a nice pullback and a good entry. We just pretty much continued the whole leg. No pullback whatsoever. What was my entry? I remember. Let me remember my entry. Let me remember my entry. Don't know what to do. Still, Mink. Nice respects. 10 a.m. PO3. Oh yeah, so this one I probably wouldn't have got. Oh, I remember. Watch this shit. This is kind of a snipe. Honestly, this is kind of a snipe. So, all right. So we finally found it. So let's go back to it. So it was on ES. Why was it on ES? Watch this. Why were we finding it on ES and not on NQ? Don't know what to do. Still fudged up. 9:35, 8:45. 910. 910. Okay, where was SMT? We did have some type of SMT. We did have a SMT at the lows, right? Oh, we had some kind of SMT. Bro, there was some kind of budget. Bro, there's S&T in here somewhere. Dumbass news. Made it. Oh, yeah, here. Fought SMT. That's crazy. So look, 935, 955. 935, 955. Okay, 1030. 935 to 1030. We found it. 935 to 1030. Fat. Yeah. So you can see that. So no. Boom. So we hit 10 a.m., right? So we hit 10 a.m. Well, first of all, we're bullish. First of all, we're bullish because of MD, because we got a closure below here. Okay. Secondly, once we hit 10 a.m., we're like, okay, 4 RPO3, it's about to open. Let's turn on the indicator. Okay, so I'll turn on the indicator. Boom. All right, where did it open? We opened here. So boom, we came up, came down, wicked it, came back up. And then, so you see that, boom, you're going, ES. Okay, wait. Why is ES lagging so hard? Boom, okay, solid. This supports our bullish bias. Now, this supports our bullish bias. So we got that. Honestly, you're not even trading off liquidity sweep. Because what we check liquidity sweep off of is to begin the reversal and then look for confirmation. But this is our liquidity sweep. This was our liquidity sweep to reverse. Now we're already in the up leg. So there's no liquidity for us to take out to continue back upwards. Let's see. Yeah, we didn't even take 15-minute draws. So like people trading TJR's strategy wholeheartedly, they got cooked. I mean, no, they didn't get cooked. They just didn't trade. All right, but hey, boom, we got that. We got the SMT. Then let's wait for confirmation. Let us wait for confirmation to enter. So we get nice respects to it. Look at the strong closure up here, right? This is a good candle. This is like teach tape. This is like teach tape to read candles, or even to read candles when it comes to fair value gaps. It's like teach tape right here. Why? Look at this blue candle. Why is this blue candle such a good sign for us, especially if we're bullish? Or what does it indicate in general, right? Candlestick anatomy. We open down here, we close up here. Okay, so we opened, we probably went up, whatever. Maybe took this liquidity, pushed down, filled this out. It's like, I don't know, kind of how I would take it. It's like touching this. It's like the candle's touching the stove. You don't like that stove, so boom, you reverse with a strong closure above this ifvg. That's like, this is just me hammering into my brain, right? A strong respect off of fair value gap, flips, makes an inverse fair value gap with a strong close, right? This candlestick and this fair value gap alone is telling us that price wants to shoot up. In this example right here, we got an inverse, but that's around news and shit. Okay, whatever. Okay, so it's nice respects, strong closure up, right? Because if it closes below, that means that's telling us price wants to go lower. If it closes up here, that means price wants to go higher. Now, if we make like a candle like this, oh perfect, blue candle. If you make a blue candle like this with the oh my gosh. Like if we had this candle close, oh man, I wish I could bring the whole thing. If we had this candle close here, if there's a fair value gap, if there's like a fair value gap here, and we had this candle close like this, it's not an inverse. It's not an inverse fair value gap, but this is not a good sign because we showed strong rejection to buy side and we closed in the fair value gap, right? If we just wick out the gap and say, "Ow, we don't want to enter into that level," then then if we close in it, then that could mean, ooh, me no likey. You know what I'm saying? I'm just yapping right now. All right, so yeah, so then that would have been my entry. Boom, longs to this. Boom, boom. And as you can see, just like I said, bro, it's crazy to see that shit. All right, look. So, bro, this is why this fair value gap was so key. I should have just fucking entered. I did not enter this shit. But I'm putting all the confluence together. I actually put all the confluences together on the spot instead of enter. Okay. So why was this ifvg so key? And notice, bro, we made this ifvg and we did not go into drawdown not once. But what's the difference between this fair value gap here? Look at this ifvg. Look at this ifvg. Like, right, you made an ifvg, but like we wicked it once and closed below within 2 candles. Look at this ifvg or fair value gap. We made it wicked, bro. You want to count the wicks, bro? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Boom, on the 14th candle that it tapped into the fair value gap, it closed above. That means a lot. That means a lot because it took a lot for price to push through that gap. So now that push through, like, job's done. Let's just go up. Okay, so off of that inverse, I would enter, stops below this fair value gap, or close below the fair value gap. I would let it run. I would let the fair value gap close. Even then, it could close, come down here, and then reversal work, and then your traders would be valid. So, but this you'd be risking so much. Okay, so yeah. So then TPs, where would TPs be? Realistically, let's be realistic about it. 5 minute. I don't know. I really like this consolidation level. Maybe base of the consolidation level. Oh, it hit the top of it. I did mock it. I did do a mock trade on it, but didn't enter. And I had set TPs at the top of the consolidation level. That didn't hit. So basic consolidation level is pretty high confluence. Why do I like to pick out consolidation level as a take profit point? Price just tends to revisit those consolidation areas. I don't know why. Well, I know why. There's a lot of resting orders around that place because you're wigging around here like this. You telling me no one's in the market right now? Like, PA sucks, but look, bro. PA sucks right in that accumulation. But like, bro, there's so much orders over here and there's so much orders over here. That's why AMD is good, because that's how the market works. We boom, take out all these players, and then boom, boom, we take out all these players. Okay, you see how that works? We take out these players, we take out these players, and then where's our sale stops? Our sale stops all the way down here. All right. Okay. So yeah. So if we're setting TP at this area, let's aim for basic consolidation level. It's kind of give or take, because I remember I was backtesting and then I did top of consolidation level and that shit conked. All right. But yeah, it was SMT. We pretty much just AMD, SMT, IVG. That was pretty much it. And then being smart about setting take profits. Here's 29 points. What was it on MQ? Don't know what to do. I got 34 points. That was a solid setup. But I didn't take it. Because my mentor didn't take it, and I'm just trying to stay disciplined. Sometimes now I'm being overly disciplined and it kills me, but like, bro, it's just part of the process, bro. I gotta keep banging my head into the wall. It's gonna work somehow. Bro, look at this, bro. This 4-hour candle is just gonna be a fat doji, bro. This one, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like this. If this 4 candle closes like this, bro. That's the type of PA we've been having today, bro. You get the point. What am I doing? But yeah, that's probably how the candle's gonna close. Okay. Okay, so moving on. What was I seeing in this session? Remember, candle body closure above this Asia session. So wow. So I was bearish. So what did I want? I'll go over my setup, then I'll talk about my mentor setup. But what I wanted, I just wanted to find ways to catch shorts, pretty much, just because my buy is so short. So shorts. Ow. So 10 a.m. opened right here, and if we're using PL3, Using PO3, it opened up here, came down. I don't know. Using the PO3 was just kind of weird today because M and Q, it opened up fucking down here, and then everything else opened hella high. But now they're basically the same. Yeah, so oh my gosh, this is so ugly. This chart is so ugly. I don't know what to do. Okay, so what? So we did go long. We pretty much got stopped out at. I closed my position at break even pretty much. Buyers or sellers did not get shit today. Look at this shit. Maybe get some time. 2 p.m. we get some movement, but brother, like what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? All right, so this is the conf. I'll replay trade it. Okay, here's what I wanted, which was a long shot. We had all this movement pre-market, and I was like, okay, maybe 10 a.m. PO3 opens right here, and then we get some like bullshit like this. Boom, boom. Oh, that would be a lot of. How much is that? If we open right here, that's a lot of points. But I could see like what I wanted was I wanted to use the PO3, but I wanted to use the PO3 to wick up into this level or wick up into this level, and then distribute. But that would be asking for a lot, to be honest. A tap in here would be cool. Tap in here and then continue down would be cool, but we didn't get that. So what did we get? We got this shit. All right, so after this shit happened, OG said, okay, cool. Oh wow, we got a fat SMT, right? We got a fat SMT and this fat gap and shit. So, but I wasn't in long. I mean, my bias wasn't long, so I wasn't really eager about it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Okay, so off of that inverse, we got an entry. Main 3 micros. I can find on like that level or like way higher. I don't know. But yeah, we entered there. He liked it. I didn't like it, but I mean, I did. I was like, you know, I'm gonna just throw this in here just cause. But it was good confluence. It was just against my bias, and I'm trying to be strict on my bias and take my bias. And then win or lose, I learned a lot from that experience because I used my mind. Okay. So yeah. Now you gonna try to back up. So we got the inverse. Would it be smarter to wait for some kind of pullback? How does this guy get in here? I mean, it looks good, right? So here, let me just go over the confluence again. So we got AMD, accumulation, manipulation. It's kind of hard to read because did we manipulate up or did we manipulate down? I took it as we manipulated it. I took it that we manipulated up, so we should distribute down. So my bias was short. I don't know. Sometimes he really flip-flops his bias a lot, so it kind of fucks me. It fucks with my mental. You know what I'm saying, man? But that's why I'm just like trying to. I have 2 accounts, so my own like one account is gonna be my trades. His account is gonna be his trades. It's gonna be same model and shit like that. But like if I have a different bias and I'm like I need to stick with that bias and I need to have conviction in that bias, win or lose, like I said. Okay, but so 10 a.m. PO3 open. From his market experience, you're like, dang, we put our bottom wick like this and we made an SMT. And he was probably in the middle because it looks like we manipulated both ways. I thought we were manipulated up, so I was shorts. Okay, so yeah, we were here, and the price just did some bullshit for like some time, and it's still doing some bullshit. Okay, now remember I was short, so oh, that was perfect. So because of this choppy ass price action, we got to manage our position. We got to manage our position anyway. So it was close below this or close below this. Now remember, I have a short bias, so boom. Well, everyone closed it. I closed my position here in longs, and I already had a good fill, so I was in profit or whatever. It's not even that big a deal. And I sold here. Stops are pretty high. I was giving it some room to grow, but I mean, I'll be getting ambitious as freak with these stuffs, bro. This is pretty much my that was okay. So I wanted I wanted TP1 here. I want TP1 here. And TP1 here, and then extending TP here. And then I wouldn't move my stops to break even, but I would just move it above this low, above that high. And what we get? It didn't even hit stop loss yet. Woo! It didn't even hit stop loss, so the shit is still running. We'll watch PA. But like I said, this forward candle finna close soon. It's just gonna be a fat ass doji, bro. Like, bro, look at it, bro. Like, what are you, bro? It's a doji, but it's a nice bottom wick. All right, so that wraps it up. Long ass videos. Yeah, let's get it. Hey, my man. Sorry, my dog is here. Hey, man. Hey, sorry, man. He's so much bigger. You're such a big boy now. You're such a big boy. He hates this. He's a good boy. Alright, GG's in the chat, boys.